Substance Abuse Support Groups at Curlie. Chapter 1. Substance Abuse Support Groups at curlie.org/health/addiction/substance_abuse/support_groups. Addictions Support Group websites. RecoveryRealm.com, Recovery Realm, Recovery Chat Room with prayers, resources, and meetings. SobrietyOnline.org, Sobriety Online, non-profit organization counseling individuals with alcoholism and other addictive behaviors towards recovery. SubsUX.com, SubsUX.com, censorship-free zone to help people come off maintenance drugs and other substances. Celebrate Recovery Support Group websites. CelebrateRecovery.com, Celebrate Recovery Ministry, find meetings nationwide. Books and literature. Christ-centered recovery program for all types of habits, hurts, and hang-ups. Members apply 8 recovery principles to become free from addictive, compulsive, and dysfunctional behaviors. edgewoodbaptist.net/number/ministries/celebrate-recovery, Celebrate Recovery at Edgewood Baptist, a Christ-centered program ministering to those who struggle with hurts, hang-ups, habits, or addictions. Uses the Beatitudes to reinforce the 12-step approach. In Rock Island, Illinois. kenoshabibble.org/lightsite.cfm?ID =341, Celebrate Recovery at Kenosha Bible Church. Members apply Christ-centered 12 steps and principles found in the Beatitudes to become free from addictive, compulsive, and dysfunctional behaviors. In Kenosha, Wisconsin. parcrest.org/ministry/celebrate-recovery, Celebrate Recovery at Parcrest. They fellowship and celebrate God's healing power in lives through 8 recovery principles and the Christ-centered 12 steps. Information about the program and their meetings. In Lakewood, California. RollingHillsCR.org, Celebrate Recovery at Rolling Hills. Celebrate Recovery is a Christ-centered 12-step ministry. A safe place to heal from hurts, hang-ups, and habits. In Tualatin, Oregon. Saddleback.com/connect/ministry/celebrate-recovery, Celebrate Recovery at Saddleback Church, recovery ministry to fellowship and celebrate God's healing power through the 8 recovery principles to become free from our addictive, compulsive, and dysfunctional behaviors. Lake Forest, California. Substance Abuse Support Group websites. Addictionsite.com, addiction or self-medication, substance abuse from different standpoints. Aquarius.org.uk, Aquarius, UK Midlands charity providing advice and counselling on alcohol and drugs problems. Careforyou.com, changing attitudes in recovery, for people with addiction, emotional, relational problems. CHRISTIANS-IN-RECOVERY.org/ministry database, Christian Recovery Resources Database, searchable database of ministries, organizations, local groups, and meetings in the U.S. and Canada, other parts of the world. crystalmeth.org, Crystal Meth Anonymous, CMA is a relatively new 12-step program for people who are addicted to crystal meth. Links provide support for family and friends as well. Cybersober.com, Cybersober, the resource for recovery of alcoholics, narcotics, gamblers, and overeaters. More than 100,000 meetings, hospitals, and treatment centers with maps and directions. dhi-online.org.uk, Developing Health and Independence, a range of support services for people addressing drug and alcohol problems, with particular regard for those who are homeless or in housing need. Friendsofchoices.org, Friends of Choices, help for alcoholism and drug addiction. We work in the service of people with chemical dependency and those that love them. Ger.net, Ger Eats, fairly eclectic site, but includes original clean/sober writings, cartoons, and unofficial Northern CAAA/NA meeting lists. Heddies.co.uk, Heddies, Drug Support Network for parents, carers, family, and friends of illicit drug users. Lifering.org, Lifering Secular Recovery, a non-religious self-help recovery organization for individuals who seek group support to achieve abstinence from alcohol and other addictive drugs. methmadness.yuku.com, Meth Madness, message board which focuses on methamphetamines and general discussions. narkotiki.ru/ed.html, say no to drugs, official site for the Russian government's Commission on Fighting Drug Abuse and Illegal Turnover. NewYorkCMA.org, Crystal Meth Anonymous of New York City, local support group for those addicted to crystal meth. Meeting times and mission statement. PowerfulRadio.com, Steppin' Out, the 12-step radio show where alcoholics and addicts share their true stories of before and after drinking and sobriety. In New York City. Recovery.8m.com, Recovery Zones, Drug Addiction Prevention, Treatment and Recovery Resources. Plus chat, message boards and free recovery email addresses. RecoveryZone.org, the Recovery Zone, features 12-step recovery resources with information and help for people suffering from alcoholism, drug addiction, smoking addiction, compulsive eating disorders, and gambling addiction. RighteousOaksRecoveryCenter.com, Righteous Oaks Recovery Center, information about the formation, operation, philosophies, and testimonies concerning the success of their 6-month, resident, Christ-centered addiction recovery program for men. SmartRecovery.org, Smart Recovery, Self-Management and Recovery Training is a non-profit organization that helps people recover from all types of addictive behaviors. Includes an introduction, regional and online meetings, a message board and resources. SOS-ROCHESTER.org, Secular Organizations for Sobriety, a non-religious support group for people who want to give up alcohol or drugs. Located in Rochester, New York. TriangleClub.org, the Triangle Club of Washington, D.C., provides meeting space for 12-step groups and recovery activities for gay and lesbian people of the Washington metropolitan area. us.cnn.com/health/19/05/addiction.programs/index.html, substance abuse recovery programs, which one is right for you? Vandu.org, Vancouver Area Network of Drug Users. Vandu is a group of 4 drug users and former drug users who work to improve the lives of people who use illicit drugs. They do this through user-based peer support and education. VOY.com/104544, Substance Abuse Prevention of Carroll County, Maryland, Substance Abuse Prevention Message Board and information for Carroll County, Maryland. WorkingSobriety.com, WorkingSobriety.com, provides a forum for examining addictions and compulsive behaviors to support recovery from the family disease of addiction using the 12-step programs. Substance abuse support groups websites at Curlie.org/health/mental_health/disorders/substance_related/support_groups. Benzo.org.uk, benzodiazepine addiction, withdrawal, and recovery. Information about benzodiazepine addiction, withdrawal, and recovery. FAQs, stories, and support groups. CAOhio.org, Ohio Cocaine Anonymous. Support group for cocaine addicts. dr-bob.org/babel, psychobabble substance use. Message board for mutual support and education, focused on issues related to the use of legal or illegal substances. HELP4ALL.net, HELP4ALL. An online community resource. Information on abuse and addiction to alcohol, drugs, food, gambling, and tobacco. Nicotine and resources for recovery. MarkleIoT.com, people helping people. Daily news and informed comment. Radio talk show about alcoholism and addictions. Thuai.uk.com, The Way, confronting addiction. Advice, support, and training for individuals and organizations regarding habit forming and addictive behaviors. WashingtonGov.org/index.aspx?NID =93, Washington County Behavioral Health Board. The authority for planning, monitoring, evaluating, and financing publicly funded treatment and prevention services for mental illness and alcohol and drug addiction in Washington County, Ohio. Al-Anon support group websites: gettingthemsober.com, Getting Them Sober, free videos and free reports, for recovering persons and health professionals, ongoing discussion bulletin board for support and to post seminars, job openings in health, free email newsletter. jaxweb.org, Jax, Jewish alcoholics, chemically dependent persons, and significant others offers writings about Judaism and recovery. Includes a list of groups. MattTalbotRetreats.org, Matt Talbot Retreats, a group of recovering alcoholics who find Matt Talbot spiritual retreats have helped them to practice the steps and achieve a greater degree of serenity and joy. OvercomersOutreach.org, Overcomers Outreach, OO is a bridge between the traditional 12-step programs and the church. Christian-based. RecoverysUpport.org, Overcomers Recovery Support, their program offers 12-step recovery education and biblical counseling. WomenForSobriety.org, Women for Sobriety, WFS is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping women overcome alcoholism and other addictions. Alcoholic support group websites: 12stepforums.net, Miracles in Progress 12-Step Recovery Forums, Alcoholics Anonymous, Al-Anon and ACOA chat rooms as well as bulletin boards are available. Information links as well as meeting lists are also available. aa-intergroup.org, Online Intergroup of Alcoholics Anonymous, OIAA is composed of elected reps of all online AA groups wishing to participate. It provides support to help those groups carry the message of recovery from alcoholism. aa-lamplighters.org, Lamplighters, AA International Email Group. The oldest and largest of the email-based AA groups. aa-mom.org, Mom Group of Alcoholics Anonymous, the Meeting of Minds group is an AA group, providing a step discussion meeting via email. Includes joining instructions, journals, and information about AA. aaonline.net, AA Online, produces open AA real-time topic meetings for alcoholics on AOL. It currently has over 50 meetings per week. aasoberliving.com, aasoberliving.com, online scheduled meeting room for alcoholics in recovery adopting the principles and program of Alcoholics Anonymous. e-aa.org, the EAA group of Alcoholics Anonymous, online help for AA members. Links, forums, chat room, including scheduled chats, and a journal of sobriety are also available. friendsofbill.net, Friends of Bill, a forum website specifically for people who suffer from all types of addiction. journeytoserenity.forumco.com, Journey to Serenity Recovery Forums, AA and NA recovery discussion in a bulletin board format. oso-aa.org, Online Services Office, online services for Alcoholics Anonymous members and various AA service entities. Chat rooms, forums, and email groups. Will provide web hosting. ratbustersanonymous.com/forum, Ratbusters Anonymous, AA Alcoholism Recovery Message Board Forum. recoverychat.com, recoverychat.com, online recovery chat room services for those afflicted with or impacted by addiction of any form. Multiple meeting rooms with scheduled meetings as well as user photos and a bulletin board are offered. recoveryin.yuq.com, Recovery in Talk Forum, 12-step forum for all addictions. recoveryrealm.com, Recovery Realm, offering alcoholics and addicts recovery chat rooms. silkworth.net/chat/aahistoryroom.html, AA History Room, an AA history chat room for those individuals interested in Alcoholics Anonymous history. soberrecovery.com/forums, Sober Recovery Help Forum, recovery-based forum. AANA. StayingCyber.org, Staying Cyber, offers bulletin board-style Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. Each meeting runs for a full week to allow for lots of input. Alcoholics Anonymous support group websites. Curlie.org/health/addiction/substance_abuse/alcohol/support_groups/alcoholics_anonymous, find a region. AA.org, Alcoholics Anonymous, official site of the Alcoholics Anonymous World Services Inc. AA.org/assets/n_us/smf-131_n.pdf, Big Book sponsorship, formerly primary purpose, a large collection of AA information including speaker tapes, in real audio, recommended reading, history. Articles on it ain't in the book. And sponsorship. AA.org/Big Book Online, Big Book Online 4th edition, complete text of Alcoholics Anonymous, also known as the Big Book, is available in English, French, and Spanish. This is the only site authorized to have it. AAGrapevine.org, AA Grapevine, official international journal of Alcoholics Anonymous, offering books, CDs, calendars and gift certificates. Includes additional information about the 12 steps, and a bulletin board. ALCOHOLICS-ANNONYMOUS.org, 12 Steps, and Alcohol Anonymous, a personal experience of working the steps, in particular a discussion of Step 3 and any that follows it. anonpress.org/e-aa, an electronic reference to Alcoholics Anonymous for Windows 98. anonpress.org/translate, translations of Where is Alcoholics Anonymous, a project to help the traveler find the AA fellowship wherever they might go. Translated into various languages. ASL_interpreting.tripod.com/situational_studies/kjk1.htm, interpreting AA, and other 12-step, meetings, helps ASL, American Sign Language, interpreters to understand the culture of Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. BAHI-library.com/AJ_alcoholics_anonymous.html, Baha'i view of Alcoholics Anonymous. Letters from the Universal House of Justice say that the practice of confession in the fifth step of Alcoholics Anonymous is acceptable to followers of the Baha'i faith. Barefootsworld.net/AA-Gresham's Gresham's Law in Alcoholics Anonymous contrasts what it calls strong, medium, and weak versions of the AA program. First of 4 parts with links to the rest. BigBookDictionary.com, the Little Big Book Dictionary, an aid to reading the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Words above an elementary reading level are defined according to their use in the main part of the book. CharityLibrary.org/mir/stories, first edition stories, complete text of the personal stories from the 1939 first edition of the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. DALLASAL-anon.org/guidelines/guidelines_AA cooperation.php, cooperation between Al-Anon and AA, guideline of Al-Anon on cooperation without affiliation with Alcoholics Anonymous. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/alcoholics_anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, Wikipedia, article about the AA. Includes its 12-step program, method of complete abstinence, and history. GlenKAudiotapes.com, Glen K Audio Tapes, thousands of Alcoholics Anonymous, Al-Anon, and 12-step recovery convention tapes. Also CDs. Tape of the month subscriptions available. Heinzfoot.org/detar0.html, the Detroit pamphlet, an interpretation of the 12 steps. This guide to running a series of 4 beginners meetings was first assembled in Detroit in 1943. Also called the Washington, D.C. pamphlet or the Table Mate. The original pamphlet is still available from Alcoholics Anonymous of Greater Detroit. IDAA.org, International Doctors in Alcoholics Anonymous. IDAA is a group of approximately 4,500 recovering healthcare professionals of doctorate level who help one another achieve and maintain sobriety. Provides information and resources for prospective and current members along with their family and friends. NAIGSO-AA.org, Native American Indian GSO, NAGSO helps adapt Alcoholics Anonymous to the spiritual traditions of the many Indian tribes. Events. Information on creating groups. ppgaadallas.org, Expect a Miracle, several articles about Alcoholics Anonymous collected by the Primary Purpose Group in Dallas. Also speaker tapes in real audio. psychology-today.com/blog/think-well/2010007/does-alcoholics-anonymous-work-cognitive-behavioral therapy, is Alcoholics Anonymous a form of cognitive behavioral therapy? Article relates, CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, developed in 1959, to the program and practices of Alcoholics Anonymous. pubs.nia.nih.gov/publications/arh22-4/281.pdf, Special Populations in Alcoholics Anonymous. Research paper compares AA attendance and program effectiveness for white, Hispanic, and African American participants following psychological treatment. recoveryemporium.com/articles/sbon12.htm, The 12 Qualities of Sponsorship. One anonymous writer's view of the spiritual relationship between a sponsor and the person being sponsored. Seen in terms of friendship and growth. Rewritables.net/cybrietti/what_the_church_has_from_alcoholics_anonymous.htm, What the Church has to learn from Alcoholics Anonymous. Article by Reverend Samuel Shoemaker, an early friend of Alcoholics Anonymous. Describes AA as a life-changing fellowship. The Church could be reawakened by insights and practices found in AA. He had spoken at the 1955 convention in St. Louis. Step-study.org/2008/05/2-1/big-book-theology-and-William-James, Big Book Theology, We Agnostics and William James. The Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous says faith can be personal and based on individual experience. This article shows this is consistent with Varieties of Religious Experience by William James. Step-study.org, Step-study.org, 12-Step Theory and History, helps recovering people decide how they will interpret their recovery program. Provides articles and texts on the development of the 12 steps and analysis of various approaches to step work. thefreelibrary.com/recovering+grace.a0110266643, The traditional Catholic and 12-step programs. Catholics can benefit from 12-step programs like Alcoholics Anonymous. Advice on how to deal with AA practices that are contrary to their faith. TheJaywalker.com, the Jaywalker site, dedicated to the 12 steps as outlined in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. westbalto-1associates.com/magazine/jacksjournal2.htm, Judaism and AA. Being a Jew need not keep anyone from participating in Alcoholics Anonymous. An interpretation of the 12 steps in terms of Jewish teachings. Marijuana Anonymous support group websites. mosconvention.org, Marijuana Anonymous World Convention. Information on the annual event includes registration, schedule, and accommodations. angelfire.com/ma4/Hawaii, Marijuana Anonymous of Hawaii. Fellowship serves the Hawaiian Islands from Hilo. Includes meeting schedule, events, and program information. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/marijuana_anonymous, Wikipedia. Marijuana Anonymous offers history of the program. 12 questions that may help determine whether marijuana is a problem, references, and links. ma-sf.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 1, Fellowship serves San Francisco, California. Includes meeting schedule, events, and educational links. ma-albany.info, Marijuana Anonymous of Albany, New York. Information on starting a new meeting in the Capital District of New York. ma-online.org, Ma Online, District 13, Marijuana Anonymous program offers online meetings, information, and recovery support to men, women and young people who want to stop using marijuana. Includes a new Leaf newsletter. ma-newyork.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 8, Fellowship serves New York City, Rockland, and Westchester counties, and New Jersey. Includes meeting schedule, events, and program information. ma-sandiego.org, San Diego County Marijuana Anonymous, Marijuana Addiction Support Groups serve San Diego County. Details meetings in the city of San Diego, University Heights, Point Loma, and Encinitas, California. madistrict10.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 10, Fellowship serves Riverside and the eastern areas of Los Angeles counties, California. Includes meeting schedule, literature, events, and panel information. madistrict11.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 11, Fellowship serves the Portland, Oregon area. Includes meeting schedule, program information, and events. madistrict12.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 12, Fellowship serves Sonoma and Marin counties in Northern California. Includes meeting schedule, events, and literature. madistrict2.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 2, Fellowship serves the East Bay area of Northern California. Includes meeting schedule, events, and resources. madistrict3.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 3, Fellowship serves the South Bay area of Northern California. Includes meeting schedule, activities, and resources. madistrict5.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 5, Fellowship serves Orange County, California. Includes meeting and program information. madistrict6.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 6, Fellowship serves the northern areas of Los Angeles County, California. Includes meeting schedule, events, and news. madistrict7.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 7, Fellowship serves the southern areas of Los Angeles County, California. Includes meeting schedule, activities, and FAQ. malongisland.org, Marijuana Anonymous District 15, Fellowship serves the communities of Long Island, New York. Includes meeting schedule, events, and FAQ. marijuana-anonymous.co.uk, Marijuana Anonymous District 14, Fellowship based in London serves the United Kingdom. Includes meeting schedule, events, and educational links. marijuana-anonymous.org, Marijuana Anonymous World Services, helps people recover from marijuana addiction by using the 12 steps of recovery proven by Alcoholics Anonymous. Official website includes meeting, program, and organizational information, FAQ, and publications. marijuana-anonymous.com, Marijuana Anonymous District 16, Fellowship serves Australia. Includes meeting schedule, events, and informational materials. marijuana-anonymous.org/forum, Marijuana Anonymous Connection Forum, a place for recovering marijuana addicts to chat about meetings, events, and related topics. marijuanaanonymous.net, Marijuana Anonymous of Rockland, the NIAC group offers meetings in Orange, Rockland, and Westchester counties, New York. Includes program details, events, and resources. Motoronto.org, Marijuana Anonymous Toronto, Fellowship serves Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Includes meeting schedule, events, and FAQ. mosconference.org, Marijuana Anonymous World Services Conference, annual congregation of the group's trustees and delegates. Includes agenda, motions, and venue information. metroactive.com/papers/metro/01.13.00/slices0002.html, Pot Shot, Weed Freaks Get into the 12-Step Shuffle, an article appearing in Metro, Silicon Valley, California's weekly newspaper. na-holland.nl, Narcotics Anonymous, the Netherlands, Fellowship based in Amsterdam. Includes meeting schedule, press, and informational materials. NewYorkTimes.com/2009/07/19/fashion/19pot.html, Marijuana is gateway drug for two debates, New York Times article by Sarah Kershaw and Rebecca Cathcart. SacramentoMA.org, Sacramento Marijuana Anonymous, Fellowship serves the Sacramento area. Includes background, meeting schedule, and event information. Narcotics Anonymous support group websites. NA.org, Narcotics Anonymous World Services, general information, meetings, pamphlets, contacts, and their magazine NA Way. Substance abuse podcast websites. RecoverySpeakers.com, Recovery Speakers, speaker tapes from AA, NA, Al-Anon and other recovery fellowships. Large collection for free download. dogontheroof.com/AA_al-anon-mp3.htm, Dog on the Roof Group, free speaker tapes, recordings of Alcoholics Anonymous and Al-Anon speakers for free download or listen online. xa-speakers.org, XA Speakers tapes, recordings of 12-step speakers for free download. AA Alcoholics Anonymous, Al-Anon, NA Narcotics Anonymous, CA Cocaine Anonymous, OA Overeaters Anonymous, and others. Donation suggested. Alano Support Group websites. Alano Club of Rockford.org, Alano Club of Rockford, a facility that promotes a drug and alcohol-free environment of personal and social growth for the individual and family recovering from addictive substance abuse. Illinois, United States. Cocaine and Crack Support Group websites. CA.org, Cocaine Anonymous World Services, a global 12-step fellowship offering peer assistance with recovery from cocaine and crack addiction. Includes literature, self-help resources, and membership information. OCCA.info, Orange County, California Cocaine Anonymous, calendar of meetings, hotline numbers, and activities. SFVCA.org, San Fernando Valley Cocaine Anonymous, offers meeting times, literature, and articles on this 12-step program. TheAgapeCenter.com/CaneUSA, CA in the U.S., unofficial Cocaine Anonymous information grouped by state. Includes meeting schedules, intergroups, central offices, conventions, conferences, events, roundups, clubhouses, and phone numbers. Families Anonymous support group websites. famanon.org.uk, Families Anonymous UK, support for families and friends concerned about drug abuse or related behavioral problems. FamiliesAnonymous.org, Families Anonymous, Families Anonymous World Service Office official site includes information about FA's 12-step program, also provides online support group meeting directories, literature catalog, links to other support and contact information. NAR Anon support group websites. NAR-ANON.org, NAR Anon Family Groups World Service Office, worldwide meeting lists. Literature. NAR Anon members are relatives and friends who are concerned about the addiction or drug problem of another. The program is adapted from the 12 Steps of Narcotics Anonymous. NARAnoncalifornia.org, NAR Anon of California, description, mission, and meeting schedules for the Naranon family groups of California. NARANONCTMA.org, NAR Anon of CT and MA, a support group for families, relatives, and friends of people who are addicted to or recovering from drugs. NARANONA.com, Georgia NAR Anon District, meetings in and near Atlanta, GA. General information about the fellowship. NARANONofNewJersey.org, NAR Anon of New Jersey, meetings and contact information for those who have a feeling of desperation concerning the addiction problem of someone very near to them. NARANONOntario.com, NAR Anon Ontario, meetings and contact information for family and friends of addicts in Ontario, Canada. Teen Addiction Support Group websites. FairKids.com, Fair Kids, information about families of adolescents in recovery. Unofficial. heroinhelp.net/r_kids_page.htm, kids page, Heroin Awareness Foundation. Heroin awareness can help kids and young people who are using drugs or who know someone who is using drugs. TEEN-DRUG-ABUSE.org/12-steps, 12-step treatment, the 12 steps interpreted for adolescents and troubled teenagers. TEEN-ANON.com, Teen Anon Group Leaders Guide, articles on alcohol and other drugs, treatment, starting a TA group, meeting agendas, codependency, and other related issues. Chapter 2. 12-Step Program Websites at curlie.org/society/support_groups/12_step. 12-Step Program Websites. PROACTIVE12steps.com, Proactive 12 Steps Workbook, provides a different approach to the 12 steps and an online workbook for applying them to our lives. A rewording of each step is explained. 12step.org, 12 Steps to Serenity, an overview of the 12 steps with free worksheets for working the steps. 12stepradio.com, 12-Step Radio Online Recovery Music, an internet broadcast of music and talk related to the 12-Step recovery message. Of interest to AA, CA, NA, Al-Anon, and other fellowships. Requires Windows Media Player. 12steprecovery.bellaonline.com, 12-Step Recovery at Bella Online, resources for help, healing, and support. They strongly encourage experience, strength, and hope. angelfire.com/ca/newsletter, Promises of Recovery newsletter, focuses on addicts in prison and the issue of offering treatment instead of harsher sentences for drug-related crimes. Clutterersanonymous.org, Clutterers Anonymous, a 12-step recovery program, offers help to the true clutterer, who is overwhelmed by disorder. FAQs, literature, meeting list, and CLA background information provided. Debtorsanonymous.org, Debtors Anonymous, a 12-step recovery program for people who suffer compulsive debt or compulsive spending. Emotionsanonymous.org, Emotions Anonymous, members apply the 12 steps in working toward recovery from emotional difficulties. Steps, traditions, concepts, and promises. Site in English, Spanish, Japanese, and Swedish. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/12-step_program, 12-step program, Wikipedia, encyclopedia article on the characteristics of 12-step programs, history, the relationship to religion. With list of specific 12-step groups. Foodaddicts.org, Food Addicts in Recovery Anonymous, for anyone who has problems with food or weight issues. JustLoveAudio.com/resources.php, JustLoveAudio, resources, provides a collection of articles about the 12 steps, 12 traditions, and 12 concepts. r-a.org, Recoveries Anonymous, RA is designed especially for those who have yet to be successful in their search for recovery, as well as those who have already found recovery in their family and friends. recovery8.tripod.com, list of best books on 12-step recovery, building a large list of recovery-oriented books as well as various sources where they can be found. Not-for-profit. Spenders.org, Spenders Anonymous, official website for 12-step fellowship on addictive spending. step12.com, step12.com, online support and information for people battling alcoholism, addiction, substance abuse and other addictive behaviors towards recovery. 12stepmiracles.blogspot.com, step songs and stuff, each step is explored in song. Listen to any song. Download the music free. Adult Children of Alcoholics ACOA support group websites. drjan.com, Drive. Janet Waides ACOA resources, described as the mother of the Adult Children of Alcoholics movement, Drive. Waides was a pioneer in the ACOA movement. The site offers insights into ACOA as well as information on Waides books. 12stepforums.net/chatroom3.html, Miracles in Progress ACO group chat room, offers online ACO meetings twice a week and 12-step support. Also provides 12-step information and resources, mailing list, and message boards. innerpeace.ncf.ca, Adult Children Anonymous, Inner Peace Group, an informational site for individuals interested in learning about this organization and adult child recovery. Located in Ottawa, Canada. AdultChildren.org, Adult Children of Alcoholics World Service, official site for the support group of people who grow up with an alcoholic parent. AdultChildrenOfAlcoholics.com, Jumpstart, Recovery in the Fast Lane, a look at ACA and ACOA personal stories and jumpstarts to recovery regarding acceptance and boundaries. Angelfire.com/AR2/AdultCA, Adult Children of Alcoholics, a personal story of an ACOA member who tells of her experiences. NACOA.net, NACO, National Association for Children of Alcoholics, is a non-profit organization supporting children of alcoholics. Al-Anon websites: Curlie.org/health/addictions/substance_abuse/alcohol/support_groups/al-anon. al-anon.org, Al-Anon A18, official site for the support group for friends and family of alcoholics. Includes information, meeting schedules, events. alanon-netherlands.org, English-speaking Al-Anon and A18 in the Netherlands, support group for friends and family of alcoholics. Includes information, meeting schedules, and events. Angelfire.com/pq/minutius/alanantinacoa.htm, Al-Anon, A18, and ACOA, some general information about the three fellowships. ola-is.org, online Al-Anon information service, information about family groups, links to meetings, and websites. 4-lane.support/chat/pages/alanonchat.html, OmniChat, HTML-based Al-Anon chat room. Substance abuse book websites. Alcoholismandthefamily.com, Alcoholism and the Family, for parents in recovery. Excerpts, downloads, and ordering information for 2 books about helping children to manage the impact of parental alcoholism and other substance abuse and addiction. AnnMFletcher.com, Ann M. Fletcher, a nationally known health and medical writer. Author of the best-selling books Sober for Good and Thin for Life. HeinzFoot.org, Heinz Foot Foundation, offering publications concerning the history of alcoholism treatment, with articles and archival material to download. SouthBayBooks.com, South Bay Books, an online bookstore along the path to recovery, featuring titles which focus on sobriety, recovery, spirituality, and wisdom. Including books about 12-step programs. AgingAndAddiction.net, Aging and Addiction, how to help seniors overcome alcoholism and medication dependence. Addiction and Recovery Resource. royy.com/concord.html, The Big Book Concordance, index to every word in the Big Book. Great reference resource. netpsychologist.com/bulletproof.htm, Bulletproof Recovery, book by an addiction psychologist discusses his program to stay sober. ronanpub.com/lbhero.html, The Little Book of Heroin, book by Francis Morillas describes heroin history, use, and abuse. Information for harm reduction. lovefirst.net, Love First, Alcohol and Drug Intervention, published by Hazelden, by Jeff J. and Deborah J. Information for people living with or related to someone with an alcohol or other drug problem. powerfullyrecovered.com, Powerfully Recovered, links, book reviews, free newsletter and other information for 12-steppers who want to become and stay powerfully recovered. Offers a download of the first 25 pages. Shopping product 12-step websites. recoveryexpressions.com, Recovery Expressions, offers AA, NA, and Al-Anon medallions. Carries related general interest items as well. sobrietystones.com, Sobriety Stones, offering handcrafted sterling silver jewelry using the ancient meanings of gemstones interpreted from a 12-steps point of view. 12stepjewelry.com, 12-step jewelry, sellers of silver, gold, and stone jewelry celebrating recovery for AA members. Order rings, pendants, or medallions online. aagrapevine.org, the AA Grapevine, Inc., online journal requiring paid membership. Also offers books, CDs, calendars, and gift certificates. Includes a bulletin board and newsletter. BASICSTUFF4U.com, Basic Stuff for You, Narcotics Anonymous and recovery-related t-shirts, gifts, and convention registration and merchandise committee services. BrightStarPress.com, Brightstar Press, Inc., offers bronze medallions, tokens, key rings, bumper stickers, literature and certificates. CE-BOOKCOVERS.com, Culver Enterprises, Inc., related items include checkbook covers, gift boxes, and recovery books. Cheryl'sBookmarks.com, Cheryl's Bookmarks, offers laminated bookmarks and wallet cards. Can be custom made with information printed on the back. Christian wallet cards are also available. Freewebs.com/YouCan2 Recovery Gifts, YouCan2 Recovery Gifts, 12-step related gifts including books, jewelry, and pins. GSDL.org, Gopher State Tape Library, offers a Tape of the Month Club for AA and /or Al-Anon, as well as literature gift sets, storage albums, and boxes. Hazelden.org/web/public/store.page, Hazelden, offering books, tapes, videos, and gift items. Includes treatment options, recovery, and prevention information. IMPRESSIONS-GIFTS.com, impressions, bumper stickers, medallions, greeting cards, and jewelry. NETWORK12.com, Network 12 shopping mall features recovery gifts and stores. Also featured are free email anniversary cards and the California 4th Step Guide. RECOVERY-WORLD.com, Recovery World, 12-step recovery gifts, including medallions, books, jewelry, greeting cards, e-cards, and chat rooms. RecoveryEmporium.com, the Recovery Emporium, includes medallions, jewelry, cards, books, mugs, and apparel. Includes articles, daily quotations, and music. RecoveryGifts.20fr.com, Recovery Gifts Unlimited, large selection of recovery, 12-step, and self-help related jewelry, gifts, books, and tapes. SerenityJewelry.org, Serenity Jewelry, silver earrings and necklaces designed as meaningful gifts for people in Alcoholics Anonymous. SIAttend.com/AA, Alcoholics Anonymous International Convention, recordings of 2005 and 2010 AA International Conventions are for sale. All sessions, panels, and workshops are available. May require software upgrade. SoberCamel.com, Sober Camel Gifts, specializing in recovery and AA gifts. Buy recognition medallions, tokens, greeting cards, and related items here. SobrietyCalendar.com, Sobriety Calendar, this site sells a calendar featuring interesting articles and photos about early AA members and AA's history throughout the world. 365 days of important dates in AA history, slogans, quotes, and humor. SobrietySongs.com/12-songs, 12 songs, offers a musical CD, with each song related to an individual step. Includes lyrics, and a song sampler. TCLIX1.tripod.com, Right Thinking, 12-step Christian program for help in dealing with addiction, depression, anxiety, and other debilitating conditions.